Yeah, I invited you
like
twice.
A action-packed race, it will be fun. Oh, Mats is in here. Oh my god. This lobby, what a meme.
Don't say that, wrong. Don't say that.
I won't say it in the stream, but I can say it now.
I've already started streaming, B.
Oh shit! They will probably skip this bit.
Yeah, no one's watching at the moment, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Right, introduction time. So, hello, everybody. Welcome back to FRL. It is round 15 at the Hungarian GP.
Yeah, I have to check if everyone hears me. I don't know.
We did have a bit of a delay coming to the session, but thankfully we're here now.
They should be able to hear me. Alright, 12 people, let's start.
We have more than this. I don't know where everybody else is. What's going on?
Oh, 11 people. People are already... 10 people, I think. Starting a new lobby or something? More people might be getting an error. I don't know.
Every single week there's 20 drivers, but I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, 10 drivers. Everyone scores points. Oh, everyone is leaving and something is happening probably. I am in the... It's FRL. Yeah, it's FRL. I'm in the Discord server for FRL. I'm actually a reserve for tier 1. But...
I think there's another lobby being opened up for some reason. I don't know what is going on with this game, man. Everybody's leaving for some reason. Is there a new lobby being
I don't know. I can check maybe in the server. Oh, I'm not in the server anymore. What the fuck? I think I got kicked out of the server. Okay. That's a bit random. I'm not in the server anymore. I don't know what's happening, so... We can just start with 4 men, right?
Oh.
No problem.
I'm just trying to figure out what's happening at the moment, because I really don't understand what's going on.
Welcome to FRL. Here we have a massive, massive amount of people, as you can see. 4 people.
It needs to start now, because I've got a league race at 8 o'clock.
Well, that sucks. What league is that?
Right, I got another invite, I'll invite you. I think there's another lobby being... Yeah, the other lobby's got 16 people in it. Yeah, I'll invite you now.
I don't know if I can race, but...
Yeah, I'll invite you out. Hungary. Yeah,
Because you were disconnecting. Is it FRL tier 1?
Tier 2.
Is this a tier 1?
This is tier 2.
Oh, but your league race is tonight. Is that tier 1?
No, it's no, it's not FRL. It's a different league. Hello, Yuri. How are you? I hope your holidays. I hope your holiday's going good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Not you. Are you in the session?
Yes, but why is Finley also a spectator?
I don't know. I think he's a steward or something. It says it in his name, Finley Stewart.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think that's quite obvious. Look at my level, 25. I'm such a tryhard.
Hopefully, we should be get going soon enough.
Yes. Poor lad, CRL Alex, changing his name before he got kicked out of that league. If you're watching. Oh, I was in the league with him when he was kicked. Poor guy. Who's the host?
He should have a start. It's Finley.
It's Finley Stewart. He might be a steward, I don't know. I got kicked from the session, they don't know who I am.
Think you got kicked from the session? Oh my goodness me. What's Finley doing? I'll try and invite you back. Yeah. Wow, seriously? Why did Finley kick you? Yeah, I told people, but I don't think Finley knows.
No, I can't join because...
Oh my goodness me, Finley, what are you doing? Why did he kick Yogurt for?
You are ineligible to join the session.
Wow, you being serious?
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Yeah, I don't know if they want to start a new lobby, but...
Wow.
Maybe if there's like another driver, because Finley wants to spectate, then I have to go or something. Because he wants to spectate as well, and if you can only have like 2 spectators.
If there's a full lobby, then you can have like... Well, yeah, if there's a full lobby, if there's 20 drivers...
You can only have 2 spectators, and he wants to spectate as well, so...
I don't know why he wants to spectate.
I don't know as well.
Sorry about that. We'll see what happens in the future next time out.
Yeah, maybe they... No, I don't think they will start a new lobby.
It needs to start now.
Okay, well... Next week then. Oh, what a shame. Well... Good luck.
Oh...
But is it with 20 drivers now?
Yes. No, 19.
And what the? Why did he even kick me? I could have. What a man. Okay. Well. Have a nice. Nice day
that's a shame.
anyway.
That's a real shame.
We'll do next week. Oh, now he's inviting me, as if that's gonna make any difference.
Because he's the host, yeah. You might be able to get back in because the owner's allowed you to come back in. So try it.
No, oh, I thought it was joining me, but it's still ineligible to join this session. What does it even mean, bro? Ineligible. Whatever.
You're not entitled to join by the session, unfortunately.
Okay. What a shit. Well, next week then, I guess. Good luck, Jamie.
Good luck to you too. I'll see you later. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry for wasting your time.
No, it doesn't matter. I wasn't doing anything. So. What's the matter? Well, see you, man.
See you later. So now Yogurt has left the party. And unfortunately, he won't be commentating with me. I don't understand what's going on. Why is there like a 10-minute delay? I don't understand what's got off. What is going off? Because I have no idea what's going off. Invite the drivers and off we go, but it looks like nothing's that simple no more. So my co-commentator was with me, now he's gone. As Farth has now joined the session. Caesar's internet as always effed up at the right moment. We should have got Finley Stewart as the host, or you should have got me as the host, but you should have got me as the host, then get someone in the session to invite them. The countdown to the lobby finally. I think this is F1's Farth's debut to race in Hungary, so let's see how that goes for him. I know him from another league. We used to be teammates in another league. And hold up for a second. short qualifying then, we're finally into the session after a few minutes delay. We have the Hungarian GP for round 15. This could be an interesting one. I don't know why Finley's not racing. I've not got confirmation from that. So our championship leader is not racing this week, whereas his championship rivals are. In fact, where is Novgormeister? He's been replaced by F1 Fort. I know Yuri Gates is not here. Yeah, so where is Novgormeister there? He's, for the second time, I've not seen him race. As the cars start to make their way out of the pit lane, and majority of the field are on the soft tyres, which I personally for myself I wouldn't do, because the soft tyres really do die out very quickly. In fact, ignore me, because I had the wrong graphic up, the wrong type of information. So the majority of drivers are on the hard tyres doing their banker laps, and then they will go on to the medium tyres. Three other drivers are on the softs. Let me get everything up. So we're going to go on board with the Williams there, because he's the first one out on the track. And here it is then, there's Geordie. He says his first time racing on wheel. So let's see how he does. He did come from F1, now he's down into F2. I've raced this man before, but the Hungarian GP is not a really difficult track for me. Personally, I like it, but it can be difficult in some parts of the track. For example, through here you need to keep the rhythm up and momentum in sector 2. I'm coming towards the end of sector 2 into sector 3. F1 champ has left the session, so we're going to go on board to the final corner for Geordie's starter's lap. And that's an interesting one. There's a Ferrari right behind him, so not much distance between those two. As you can see, 4 cars on the same piece of the track. Everybody's close to each other. Look at that. The 2 Mercedes and 2 Red Bull right behind us are very close to each other as Geordie enters turn 1. And there's yellows to sector 3. That's someone backing someone up because he's trying to get some space. I expect that as we come into turn 2 then, try not to drift out too wide. We want to get a decent exit as we come into turn 3. Who's that Ferrari right behind him? Is that Tibbets in 12th place? Interestingly, Ryan Webb has switched. That is Tibbets right behind Geordie. There's a Williams who's just spun. That's Chris. There he is. I don't know how he's done that on his outlap. But we'll go back on board. Oh, the other Williams has spun. There is Geordie who's just into the wall, so I wonder if he clipped that curb and the rears, he spun the car, lit the rears up. It is difficult, that curb, but Tibbets was right behind him, so did that compromise Tibbets just a bit? Did he get distracted by Geordie's mistake? Anyway, he's on the hard tyres, so he will be starting the race on those, and there's plenty of time left in this qualifying session. As we come around the final corner, Tibbets will be our first man to set a lap time. Also going to be careful through turn 6 as well, as he comes across the line. Where can the Ferrari go? It's going to be a 18.9 for him, as he's replaced by the Red Bull of Hausmann. The Mercedes crossed the line. That's probably a validation as Alex goes up into second place. And why are those two racing? Is that that's a Red Bull and a Mercedes. As they head down into turn 1, he overtakes him, and there's no need for that whatsoever. So both Red Bulls and both Mercedes were very close to each other on their qualifying lap. Kyle is down in 5th place. He's just set his lap time at 1:19.4 for him. De Garbs is in 3rd at 1:18.9 as F1 champ has rejoined the session. Who else is going to cross the line? So I take it Wolsey validates his lap time. There's Patrick coming around the final corner. Oh, the back end almost stepping out on him as he crossed the line up into 3rd place at 18.9 for him. Did make a few mistakes at the final corner, but nevertheless we've got plenty of time in qualifying, and it's only his first attempt as well. Wolsey probably going for his second attempt because I think he validated his first, and he had a Red Bull behind him. He's just out wide through there. Quite a lot of understeer in that car. Chris, interestingly, he's got up into second place. He just crossed the line on 18.4. We saw him make a mistake on his outlap. As he comes around the final corner, Wolsey. And where can he place his Mercedes? Can he get to the 18 like everybody else has been doing? Just out the 18. So 19.0, and where does that place him? In 8th place. Kefma's just spun, and interestingly, that's on his outlap as well. So That's not a good sign for him as Jordy comes out of the pits again. Lucky Racer, as the Smoky Bandit crosses the line to place himself in 4th place, only a few hundreds behind Alex, as Lucky Racer will cross the line and it's going to be an 18.5 for him in 3rd place. So Alex is probably going through it again then. On these set of softs, you would expect him to be much quicker than everybody else, considering he's on those faster tyres. But could it be a banker? I don't know. Or could he have loads of fuel in the car? There's plenty of different variables of what he could be doing. So Ryan Webb, interestingly, he's in a Ferrari. He was teammates with Roy Tinho, but now he's in a Ferrari. Whether that's a mistake or he's actually a Ferrari, we don't know. But anyways, he's now teammates with Timmets, and he'll give Timmets a boost in the championship for Ferrari. Coming through turn 6, and he's just invalidated his lap time as well, has Ryan Webb. So unfortunately for him, that's an easy place to invalidate it. As Timmets is up into provisional P1, as Alex instantly jumps him, it's a 17.9 for him, Timmets. So it's still a good lap time because Alex is on those soft tyres. Not really the best tyre to be doing it, but Hausman, it's the 17s, a 17.9 for him. He's just crossed the line, and he's done 3 laps on the hards as well. Like he says, he comes round the final corner. I think this is his 2nd lap time or 3rd. But anyways, he'll come across the final corner as 18.3 for him in the racing point. Elsewhere, who else we got out on track? Kefman on the medium tyres already. You expect the medium runners to run out very late in the qualifying session. Not right now, because they need to make sure the track is evolved in properly. Usually it's much better towards the end of qualifying. That's why people on the hard tyres doing some bankers to get a feel for the track before they go out on the medium tyres. But Kefman will come around the final corner, expect him to be in the top 10 on those mediums. And where can he go? 18.7, and he's in 7th place, ahead of Patrick, his teammates. F1 champs having a few connection issues, getting in and out all the time. And Wolsey, unfortunately for him, has invalidated his lap time again. F1 4th, also on the hard tyres, coming around the penultimate corner. And let me just check that comment in the comment section. I'm good, thank you. What about you? As he comes around the final corner, I think is this his flying lap or out lap? I don't know. Oh, 6th place. It looks like he's saving a lot of EOS. His EOS is quite high, especially coming towards the end of the lap. So that's a good lap time from 4th, in fact. Keep an eye on him in a Toro Rosso, who's just got up into 4th place. So we've got a few on their laps, which is Wolvesy. He's one of them coming into turn 1. I think Chris has just gone up into 5th place. No, I think he just came out the pits, in fact. Geordie, the other Williams I meant, he's got up into 8th place. So Geordie completes his first representative lap time after making a mistake clipping that curb. And this time, oh, has someone made a mistake behind? That's the Mercedes into the wall. I thought I heard a weird noise, and that's the Mercedes into the wall. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And I knew something happened, and he was off into the gravel. If Hausman will win and tape the pole, I will be mad, because we were at the same pace on this track. There's nothing you can do really, mate, about that. I'm sorry about that. Who was I on board with then? Someone made a mistake on their flying lap, which is Wolvesy. He went off into the background. I could hear the car making a weird noise, and I instantly knew that someone made a mistake. Smoking Bandit is in a lap time, or is he going to come into the pits at the end of this lap? No, he's still continuing, so we'll go on board with him as he comes round the final corner. And where can he go? 18.2, not a bad lap time from him, and he's up into 5th place. Alex, interestingly, on a brand new set of soft tyres, so is he committed to start on those soft tyres or not? Preferably, it's the mediums to hards, but will Alex try and do the 2-stop? The softs do wear out quite significantly around here, and you will lose a lot of pace and valuable time. As we go aboard with Geordie yet again, as he heads down into the first corner, slightly missing the apex. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on Alex then. He's on another out lap on the same set, on a different set of soft tyres. So is he committed to getting track position over the right tyres? And there's a Renault who's just made a mistake in sector 3. Is he slowing down, or has he actually made a mistake? Oh, that's Patrick. He's the wrong way round, and he's just reset the track as well. That could have been oh! That Ferrari of Ryan Webb. Was it Ryan Webb? No, it wasn't. It was Timmets. Almost getting caught up in an accident there. So, I was on board with Geordie. As he comes towards the end of Sector 2. A 56.2, and he's improved slightly on his second lap time. Or his third lap time. And the Williams is just spun as well through turn 6. So that is Chris. As you can see right now, always a validator, I don't think he spun. As Geordie comes round the final corner. And what lap time can he set in the Williams? An 18.7 for him, and he's up into 9th place. More yellow flags in Sector 2, but that's Chris slowing down to let people through. As Game Freaks has validated his lap time, and the Ferrari behind him has just tapped the back of him. That was Timmets. So has Timmets got any front wing damage? Knowing this game, it could have gave him a 5-place grid penalty, but thankfully it didn't. As we go aboard Alex, like I said, on those soft tyres. As he heads around the final corner. And where can the Mercedes go? It might be pole position, I think it will. Yes, it will. 70.1 for the Mercedes. And he's half a second quicker than second place, as we've got a few cars coming out of the pit lane. Kef and P10. A bit of rivalry going on between Kefman and Yuri Games, as Yuri Games is now our spectator. As we just witnessed, Krian invalidated his lap time. Very easy to invalidate through there. Patrick's on his out lap. So is the other Renault of Kefman. He's headed down into turn 5. I'm just looking for someone on their flying lap time. Oh, Game Freaks then. As the Garbs has got up into 3rd place, has a good lap time from him in the racing point, as Hausman goes up into 2nd place at 17.3 for him in the Red Bull. As yet again, the same thing is happening as on Sunday. Game Freaks last time invalidated his lap time, but he's continuing still. 7/10 up on his personal best, so he'll get to the 18s. Now he needs to keep this pace up. He can find more time through the 3rd sector. As his other Toro Rosso teammate has just gone for a flying lap, as he's headed down into turn 1. His teammate is coming around the final corner. And where could he go? An 18.2 for him, and he's gone up into 5th place at the Toro Rosso as well. Hello SJ, how's it going? Right, Patrick and Kefman, well Kefman I think he's just backed out of his lap, and he's on the hards as well, so he will change to the mediums soon enough. But didn't he say his best lap time on the mediums? Yes he did, so he's on the hard tyres again, so does he believe he could go quicker? As Wojtinho is retired from the session, so he did not set a lap time. We didn't see the Hassel on track. Hausman on another flying lap on the medium tyres, gone for 2 runs, which is better than 1 around this track, but I don't know who to spectate. There's a Red Bull coming around the final corner. He's not going to be on a lap time. Yes, he's gone up into 6th place, and he validated his first time as well. And the Garb's gone purple through the 1st sector. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but he's definitely improved. Lucky Racer up into 3rd place, so good lap time from him as we watch his Racing Point teammate. The Renault will cross the line, and he is going for a flying lap. The Williams on an out lap, going into a flying lap. The Ferrari coming around the final corner. Is that Ryan Webb? I think he's on his out lap, coming to his flying lap. That's Timmets in fact, so the other Ferrari's out there on track. Toro Rosso will come across the line, and he's going for a flying lap. The other Renault has got up into 3rd place. That's Patrick, who's very close to Hausman. They're not far away from each other, both in the 17.3s. Now we're going on board through the final corner with the Garbs, as the Williams will cross the line to go on his flying lap. There is the Racing Point, and where can he go? To 2nd place. It's a 17.2. and he's not far away from Alex, who's on the soft tyres. Will he come out again? I don't know. But Hausman, purple, and he's got up into second place. A 0.2 with the Garbs as well. Good lap time from him in the Red Bull. Hausman's retired on the track, so he needs to be careful that he doesn't block anybody while anybody's going around, such as the Mercedes of Wolf Z. I think he's just completed his lap and he's 17.4. The Smoking Bandit crossed the line and he's up into 6th place. The Alpha has crossed the line and he's got up into 12th place. Oh, what's happened there? Is that Korean? Getting out of the way for people? I don't know. So Kyle come across the line to be in 12th place. What about the main competitors? Where are they? Where is Ryan Webb? Down in 8th place. There he is. Game features just invalidated his lap time. Timmers gone up into 9th place. Chris going for a lap. F1 fourth on his out lap. Geordie's just spun in the Williams. So he was on a flying lap and he's just dropped it down at turn 15. Getting some comments coming in. There's always people are holding everybody up. Yeah, Alex is always on the softs. That's his preferred strategy, trying to get some track position. My advice for you, Alex, is don't go on the soft tyres. The soft tyres are really difficult to manage around here, especially with the wear. And the tyre temperatures will be out the window too. Ryan Webb has backed out of it. He's still in 8th place, ahead of his teammate behind Laggy Racer. Timmins is on a in lap as well. Oh, that Alpha's just spun through the final corner. That is Kyle. Now, I saw for a split second his delta, he was up on his time by 2/10 I think. So he's dropped it at the final corner and he's retired from the session. He best hope that, oh no, that Ferrari, is that Ryan Webb? Yes, it was Ryan Webb. That could have gone a lot worse. As Timmins comes up back into the pits. That's qualifying over for Timmins. So people on their last flying lap, I don't know who to look for. The Smoking Bandit is out for another lap on those medium tyres, so everybody's doing more than one lap. That Williams is coming around the final corner onto the straight and he will cross the line to start his last flying lap. The other Williams, is he down in 15th place? I think he's on a lap. Yes he is, it is Geordie. He's not on a lap though. He's lost part of his front wing, so that's his progress over for qualifying. I was on board with Smoking Bandit, there he is through turn 16. As he comes around the final corner, the Renault's gone off the track in turn 2. The Williams, what's happened to the Williams? Alex is just on his last flying lap. The Smoking Bandit crossed the line to remain in 6th place. Ryan Webb, he needs to start doing something. He don't want to start down in 8th place. His last chance as he comes around the final corner. Toro Rosso across the line to go into 10th place as Ryan Webb, yes he's going to take pole, yes he is, 60.7 and he's quicker than Alex by half a second, almost half a second. So where is the next competitor? Who is the next one to cross the line? Oh, someone's just spun. That is Alex. Alex is spun. He went purple in sector 1 and he's dropped it at turn 6. So Ryan Webb is safe from Alex because Alex has just dropped it in turn 6. And that's Alex's qualifying session done, but he's on the soft tyres and he's on the front row of the grid unless anyone can stop him. F1 champ and 4th. Where is 4th? There he is. They're both on their last flying lap, so we'll go on board with them. Go on board with F1 champ first. You know what happened last time there was madness on the track in Russia? I'm pretty sure everyone remembers that. I couldn't stop laughing. So F1 champ, he hasn't set a lap time yet, interestingly. So where can he go on his first flying lap at the end of qualifying session? As he comes across the line, this could be pole. This is going to be pole. 2nd place, a 17.1. Where did that come from? He came out of nowhere and he's down into 3rd place. Wasn't expecting that whatsoever. I didn't see him at all out on the track until the very last moment, and the very last moment he comes in. F1 fourth, up into second place in Toro Rosso, the very last moment. So Ryan Webb is on pole position. It's a British 1-2-3. Alex the Romanian is in fourth place ahead of Houseman. De Garbs in sixth, Patrick in seventh, Wolsey in eighth, the Smoking Bandit in ninth, Laggy Racer in 10th, the Ferrari outside the top 10 of Timmets. They can start whatever ties they want to. Koreans in 12th, Game Freaks in 13th, Kyle in 4th, Chris in 15th, Jordy in 16th, Kevin in 17th, and the two Haas drivers that did not set a lap time whatsoever for whatever reason. Moutinho, did he get another qualifying ban yet again? But for live now, I don't understand why those two Haas's did not set lap time. So those two Haas's really in trouble here. Moutinho was the star of the show last week. This week, he's starting in last place as we head on to the race. Been a really interesting qualifying session. I really enjoyed that one for a qualifying session. Now we head on to the race. But Alex on those soft tyres, could he jump Ryan Webb off the start and get him down into turn 1 and take track position ahead of all those drivers? But he will have to pit very early. He could possibly come out in traffic with the medium runners and hard runners. People outside the top 10 are more likely to start the hards and try and go for a long stint, hoping for a safety car to come out. The medium runners obviously do their thing, going out for a very long time. Alex, I think he's the only driver on the soft tyres, and I think he would definitely do a 2-stop. Try and do a 1-stop, that's very, he'll lose a lot of time. For Alex's sake, he needs to get ahead of Ryan Webb, and he cannot get hold up behind anybody. If he gets bolted down at the start, then that's it for him. He's in 4th place, so I thought he was in 2nd, but he's down in 4th. Right, so I believe he's the only driver on the soft tyres. Hopefully no one else has gone onto those softs. Only one driver, which is Alex, like I said. So this could not, I don't think, realistically, I think he will just drop down the grid because of those soft tyres will fade away. You best hope for a safety car at the right moment at the right time for Alex's sake. Remember, I think he did 2 laps on those softs because his last attempt he did not improve. He dropped it down to turn 6. So as things were bad enough as it is, he's got a lot to work to do on 4th place. The same thing happened again a few minutes ago, or what happened on Sunday, if any of you know what I'm talking about or remember. Hopefully that don't happen again. Apologies if I mute my mic anywhere in this race. I'm sure the reason you know why. You could have raced. Why didn't you race? Sorry about the black box of the screen. Someone's invited me to their session, and they should know I'm not joining because they send loads out. Is Finley Stewart still in this session? Spectating. Both Haas's down in 18th and 19th, both on different strategies. One's gone to the mediums and the other one's gone to the hard tyres. Don't expect any rain. Nah, don't start guessing, mate, don't start guessing. Nothing to do with school. As we all make their way to the grid then, ready for round 15. I can't wait to see what happens down to the first corner as well. As we all wait for the lights. Not really a good camera angle to see the drivers. Hopefully that will change. And it won't change. Underway for round 15, and I can't see anything. Now I can. I think the Ferrari, look at the Toro Rosso going side by side. Look at that Toro Rosso, had a lovely launch off the line. He's already up into first place before the first corner. It's 3 wide through turn 1. The Alfa, Ferrari and Toro Rosso. Look at the Alfa, that's the F1 champ going side by side into turn 1, into turn 2. This is going to be really interesting. Look at the back. Something's happened there. That's a Red Bull involved in some accident. But look at F1 champ versus F1 fourth. As F1 4 stays ahead of Champ. That was a really lovely start from F1 Champ. He jumps Ryan. Ryan's lost 2 places to the Toro Rosso and the Alfa Romeo. I was going down in the midfield there, but did see them split up. Oh, that's a racing point in the wall. That's Leggy Racer, who's just dropped it in turn 6. Has he got any full wind damage at all? That's turn 5, sorry. But has he got any full wind damage? We do not know yet. As he goes down the inside, not really a place to go side by side through here, as the McLaren has to take evasive action. As the midfield sorts itself out, then we'll just people have left the session, I don't know why. What's happened to Smoking Bandit? Has he just lagged out? So 4th, leading this race, F1 Champ is in 2nd place, but Wolvesy has just made a move. Well, I think he's just been passed by Gay Freaks. Gay Freaks back up into 7th place, ahead of Wolvesy. He's going out wide though, so is he having massive problems with understeer? Let's see how he does. Look at the steering input he has to put into the final corner. Back on board with the top 2 then, as DRS will be enabled. The next lap as Korean has just overtaken, Alex has just overtaken Korean, and there's a racing point there as well to Gobs, as Houseman's overtaken Patrick. There they are, but look at the 2 ahead of us. Can Wolvie? Nah, he's got the position. Gay Freak stays ahead, but what about the Renault and the Red Bull? Can the Red Bull go around the outside? No, he can't. Patrick has this one covered for the moment at least. Anything happening further down, there's Chris and Leggy Racer enter the pit, so confirmation there was front wing damage for Leggy Racer, and they're both back out into 18th and 19th. So lap 1 at the start, the Toro Rosso had a lovely launch off the line. He jumped Ryan Webb in the initial phase of the start. Before they got to turn 1, F1 Champ had a lovely start. He was committed to go around the outside into turn 1, but F1 4th had it covered and he's up into 1st place. Look at that, some drivers separated already. Oh, Leggy Racer's done the same thing as he did the last lap as well. So Leggy Racer really struggling through turn 6. This is turn 6, sorry. The other turn was turn 5. Now DRS is enabled on this lap. But Korean and Alex are fighting. Look at that. Red Bull, Mercedes and Racing Point all going at it. The Red Bull's going defensive on the inside, as Alex will go around the outside into turn 1, but what about the Racing Point? What will he do? As Alex goes off in the track, and the Garbs has overtaken Alex. He could overtake. Oh, he pushes him on the grass as we go down into turn 2, and he's spun. And he's almost taken Alex with him. Alex has to take evasive action on the grass. Now I can't. I need to hold judgment on that one too, because I don't have a clue whose fault it was. But where does he drop down to? I don't know who spun in fact. That was the Garbs who spun, and he's down into 13. So both Racing Points now having a horrible race, as there's more yellow flags to center 3. Who's that? That's a Racing Point of the Garbs, I think. He's just staying there. What's he doing? That's Leggy Racer. Oh, Leggy Racer's DNF'd. That's why I can't spectate. He's crashed at the final corner. I don't want anyone to do that. No hitman. But look at Alex. He's just not Geordie. And who's that? Geordie's just spun. I swear I saw another car there as well. There's another car. No, it was just Geordie. Right, DRS is enabled. Let's see F1 4th and Champ can see what they can do. Now the DRS is enabled. Alpha Tauri versus Alfa Romeo fighting for the lead. Further back we can see Alex defending the inside. Look at the other Mercedes. Can he go down the inside into turn 1? Yes, he will. He will pull out. So the Red Bull does the same thing behind, and he's ahead. But what about Houseman? They're still side by side coming out of turn 1, but they both have DRS, I think. Yes, they do. And Game Freak, Houseman stays ahead. Now he's got Game Freaks ahead of him. There's a good midfield battle going on here. We'll see what's going on further down. Look at the chain they've got. Look at that. Alex is leading the chain, so this is what I expected, because Alex's tyres will start dying and he will have a train right behind him. Do you know what? If he was smart enough, he'll let his teammate go. As there's more yellow flags. That's the Alpha this time. Alfa Romeo, who's just dropped it on turn 6 through the curb. It's a common mistake to do, and the best way to avoid it is do not touch that curb. So if Alex was smart enough, we'll let his teammate go. Look at him, he's holding his teammate up. He should have let him go. He's going deep into every corner because if his tyres are losing a lot of life. They should not fight through this corner. Yeah, he's defending for his life. If Alex was smart, he will let him go. Look at the top. I'm also trying to see down the inside. Now he's going to go around the outside, which I don't think he'll do. But yeah, he backs out of it. But what about the top 3? or stay in formation for the minute. Now, Alex should not fight this. Oh, he's fighting it. Why are you fighting it? He should let his teammate go. Look at that. Down the inside, around the outside, he goes into turn 1. Alex has the inside line, and he pushes him off the track as well. This is what that Wolvesy needs. He needs to overtake his teammate right now, because if... Look at Toro Rosso, I can see him in the mirror trying to go down the inside. Houseman around the outside, but there's not enough space to go around the outside. What is Alex doing? He should let his teammate go. Alex is going to pit very soon, and he's holding his teammate up a lot. And look at that, they're pulling away. They're dropping away from the top 4. Crean's on his own in 4th place, whereas the top 3 have their own little squabble. It's going to be very interesting to watch. I don't know who to watch. Look at that. Look how slow he is through the corners. He's losing a lot of tyre life in these corners. Look at the train he's got right behind him. Look at that. 13th to 5th place. He needs to let his teammate go, but someone's just spun. And that is Chris again. Needs to let him go. Look at that. He can't afford to fight his teammate. He needs to work it out with a strategy. He cannot afford to do this, as the Venom in the background has just lost it as he goes off into the pit, so he hold him up for no reason whatsoever. He let his teammate go, but in the wrong way. Look at his teammate, he's defenseless from Game Freaks. He's trying to break the slipstream as well. There's more yellow flags. I think someone's just actually spun. That is Timmers. Yes, he's just spun through the final corner, and he's lost part of his public as well. What an interesting crazy race is going on here, and it's only lap 6 as well. Look at Game Freaks trying to go around the outside. Do you know what? I need to keep an eye on the leaders here, because if I don't, then there'll be a change of leadership and I won't even notice. But look at Wolvesy trying to defend for his life here against the Toro Rosso. Houseman behind him too. So where's Timmers then? Down in 14th place. Do you know what I feel sorry for Timmers, because he has to complete a full lap with a broken front wing. He spun at the final corner. So Wolvesy is definitely not going to be happy with that one. Not what he needed whatsoever. But it looks like he started to pull away just a bit from Game Freaks. We can finally focus on the battle for top 3 here against Fourth, Champ and Ryan Webb. Oh, Patrick, the Gorbs. What's happened to the Gorbs? Oh, we spun where I spun. That's the exact same place where I spun last time in a league race, and I don't want to see that ever again. Down the inside goes F1 Champ on 4th. 4th is at the outside line, and Champ can't get through. Look at the top, look at the Red Bull right behind us. A beautiful camera angle to see what the Red Bull's going to do as he pulls out the slipstream to go side by side with him into turn 1. Has he got ahead? Yes, he has. Well done to Houseman for getting ahead. There's more yellow flags. What is going on? Chris again. 3 different drivers are spinning through there. As you can see, the leaders going through. This is going to be a crazy race. No safety car or virtual yet. I'm surprised. The top 3 are still fighting. I think that's F1 Champ's second attempt to try and fight 4th into turn 1. Not worked out so far. We'll see what happens. It's only lap 7. Plenty of laps to go. As De Garbs comes out of the pits, so does Timmets. Chris is on the softs as well, man. And Alex picks up a time penalty. He's on the hard tyres, so is he really trying to do a run stop here around Hungary? Should have gone to the mediums then hards. Or medium, soft, medium. As they come around the final corner, the top 3, look at Champ, tucked in behind his slipstream. Now he'll pull out and go alongside him into turn 1. Will 4th have to yield this as he goes down into turn 1. He's ahead in the corner. Will he outbrake himself? No, he doesn't. They both... Hopefully they don't take each other out by doing this. As F1 Champ is now ahead of F1 4th. Will he try and go around the outside? No, he can't. As down the inside goes Wolvesy on Houseman. Houseman's actually fighting him, so Houseman's caught up to Wolvesy. Now he's got the DRS, better traction coming out the corner. And has he got a bit of wind damage? Oh! That's where Michael Schumacher spun in 2011. And I believe he's got a bit of wind damage as well. Yes, he has on his right end plate. He had a bit of front wing damage before they made contact, so he understeered into the Red Bull of Houseman. Hello, Casper. Been a crazy race so far. You know what? I thought it won't be as good as this. I thought the Hungarian Grand Prix would be difficult to overtake, but none of them are giving up. Look at the trade they have going. There they are. Jordy under pressure from Alex right behind him. He doesn't want that whatsoever. Oh, Ryan Webb, can he save? He's going to go into the wall. Can he get out of the wall? Come on. Yes, he has. He did what Tim failed to do. And he's the second driver that I've seen spin through the final corner. Both Ferraris spinning through the final corner. And he's dropped a position down into 4th place. So what is it through the final corner? Is it the dirty air catching him out behind another car? Is the engine overheated or something? But I'm really glad he saved that one. Most crucially, he kept it out of the wall. Ryan Webb. Oh, someone's dropped it. That's Korean. I thought I heard a car. To go side by side. I knew I heard someone spin through there because it sounded like someone hit the wall, which it did. Do you know what? Instead of fighting this, just let him go, man, because you got full wind damage and he's clearly all over you as you go around the outside. Look at the Red Bull behind him too. And you know what? I'll stay ahead of him, try and get the other Red Bull. He's just pushed him onto the curb and the curb sent him off the track. You know what? This race is going crazy. And he's let his teammate go. Look at Live Now. Live Now started in 18th place. Live Now is started in 18th place and he's up into 5th. Props to him, he will get a 4th place because Korea will come into the pits at the end of this lap for sure. Yes, he will. This has been a crazy race. One Haas driver had a brilliant race last week, which is Wojtinho. Wojtinho, if you remember, had a beautiful strategy and he went on to win the race. The other Haas had a fantastic race. He's up into 4th place. Right to the likes of Ryan Webb. He kept out of all trouble, and there's no safety car virtual. He's done this by his own. He's done this by himself. So well done to him. Let's hope he can keep it up. It's only lap 10 of this race. Yeah, what is going on in this race, but lads, come on, keep it nice and clean. As Korea comes out of the pits, and will he get ahead of the Wojtinho? Yes, he will. Meanwhile, the top two, F1 champ versus F1 fourth. They're both new to this league, so welcome to you two. And guess what? The new boys are leading this race, 1st and 2nd place. We're seeing one move made. F1 champ overtook F1 fourth a few laps earlier. F1 fourth is in the DRS, but I think he's just a bit too far back for his liking. Yep, too far back into turn 1. Will he try and undercut a 10? Because he's got a decent gap over 3rd place, so we'll try and undercut him as well. Can he go around the outside? No, he can't. Game Freaks in the pits then. Is that a scheduled pit stop? Let's see, we'll find out. It's lap 11. I believe the medium runners will start pitting soon as F1 fourth picks up a time penalty through turn 6, I believe. And it's just a normal pit stop on lap 11. He's serving a penalty as well, so that's hurt him even more. Look at the gap these two have over 3rd place. So will fourth try and undercut F1 champ, because the top 6, 7 are on the same strategy and they will pit soon as Wojtinho's overtaking Game Freaks. Which one will pit first? Nope, they both stay out, so completed another lap on these medium tyres. Look at the overspeed he has. Not even in the slipstream just yet. That's how powerful DRS is around here. I feel bad for Ryan Webb. You know, he dropped it at this final corner. Same with Timmets. Both Ferraris spun here, but one made it out of the wall and the other one didn't. Keppen's in the pits in the Renault. Well, we're going on further back there. We've got Wojtinho. We've got a little bit of a battle going up between Korea and Wojtinho. and Game Freaks. Game Freaks on a brand new set of hards. He's fighting with Wojtinho and Krian as they both come around the final corner. Is he close enough? Nope, he's not close enough, and he's got a bit of a trail as well. He doesn't want to be stuck behind them for too long because he don't want to ruin his own strategy against the people he's racing. Look at that. We've got Kefper versus Geordie. Kefper's just came out of the pit lane. That's explained why they're so close together. And Kefper managed to rejoin ahead of Geordie. Good job he did, because Geordie's on 11 lap medium old hard tyres. The top two then, they both stay out together. I wonder who's going to pull the trigger first on strategy. Right now they're both just following each other around, keeping it nice and clean with each other. For the 13th time in this race, they go down into turn 1, and yet again he's too far back. The top 6 stay out as well. No, Wolvesy comes into the pits. Where could Wolvesy be in this race if he did get stuck behind Alex? I know Alex wants to race, but he needs to think about the constructors as well, because he was definitely holding him up through the corners, the most crucial parts of the track, and he could have always got taken by the Red Bull as well, the Toro Rosso, who was right behind Wolvesy. And look at that, we've got Krian, we've got the Williams of Geordie, we've got Wojtinho. Geordie's getting jumped here by 2 guys. It could have been 3 if the Toro Rosso decides to go down the inside as the Red Bull and the Hassel fighting. What about Geordie? He's been jumped by 3 guys. He's down into 12th place. Geordie is racing on the wheel for the first time. Who's that? Who is that? That's Wojtinho. That's the 3rd drive I've seen dropped it out of that corner. So both leaders are staying out yet again. Live now, let's talk about Live now. He's done a fantastic job. Up into 4th place. He started down in 18th place. His teammate started down in last, and now he's up into 4th. And he's fighting Ryan Webb as well. Got Ryan Webb right behind him. They're all on the same strategy, the top 5. And there's only a matter of time before they pit as well onto the hard tyres. Really interestingly, I've not seen a safety car yet. We've got a little battle going on between Patrick, Geordie and Wolvesy. Wolvesy in a brand new set of halves. He just came out of the pits. Patrick on 3-lap old halves. Whereas Geordie has been on the hards he started on in the race as well. So he'll be under pressure from the 2 guys behind. And I think that's a fight that Geordie doesn't really want to get involved in, because he's not really defending. And he just lets those 2 go. As Wolvesy goes down the inside, he took 2 cars in one corner, but can Patrick fight back on the exit on turn 1? He's got DRS, so has Wolvesy. Will he try and go down the inside? He will. Into turn 2 they go, but Wolvesy has the outside line, and he stays ahead of Patrick. So Patrick probably didn't see him into turn 1, probably jumped him by surprise, but he's dropped. He gained position, he gained 1 and lost 1, whereas Wolvesy have got them both while he had the opportunity to do so. And just again, they stay out both 4th and champ. I'm just wondering if they're waiting for some kind of safety car, but we can see the background. The Live now defending for all his life because he's got Ryan Webb all over the back of him. He pulls out to go around the outside into turn 1 they go. Live now outbreaks himself, goes wide. Ryan Webb. But I didn't get too much of a bad exit, did Live now. Can he go down the inside of him? Oh, Ryan Webb's got this one covered and he's up into 4th place. Now he's going to fight with Houseman in 3rd place. Any more battles going on further behind? They're close but not battling. The leaders will pit lap 17, Yuri Game says. Really nice to have you in the chat as well, Yuri. Hope you're having a good holiday. Right, the gap's over a second, so 4th row like that, he needs to chop it so he can stay in the slipstream with Champ. But yes, he's coming to the pits. I was about to say he should come into the pits to do the undercut attempt, which he is now doing. The main thing is he don't want to get hold up behind any of these drivers that will probably stay out there for 1 more lap. He'll probably come out in 5th place, depending if these drivers will pit as well. One of them is, which is house. Oh, we've got another yellow flag somewhere. It's gone rather quickly. Right, Webb's in the pit, so he won't get hold of whatsoever. So, Fourth will rejoin his second place, so he won't lose a position. He won't get stuck behind anybody because Alex is way too far back to try and. Yeah, he's way too far back. He's not even at the last corner, is Alex? Now he is. Oh, thank you so much, man. It means a lot. So now, F1 champ, sorry, needs to have a good in-lap to try and jump Fourth and stay ahead of him, try and do the overcut, whereas Fourth is trying to do the undercut here. This is Fourth's chance to push right now. Houseman stays in third place as Alex has jumped Ryan Webb and Live now, but the difference is Ryan Webb has 10 lap younger tyres than Alex, so it should be a little bit easier for Ryan Webb. It'll be a little bit harder too, because if Alex stays in the slipstream of Houseman, Ryan Webb will struggle to overtake him. Yep, so he's in the pits as we expected, almost hit the wall there. Where will F1 champ rejoin this race? Nice pit stop, out of he goes, and where is Fourth? Coming around the final corner, so is Champ's in lap good, or is Fourth out lap good? We'll find out. I think he's got ahead of him. Yes, he has. He's, look at that. Quite a stretch as well, so did the hard tyres not warm up properly for Fourth? He's lost a lot of time. So F1 champ has pushed as hard as he can on the outlap. Was his tyres not heated up properly for F1 Fourth? Now he's got a lot of work to do. This will be a race to the end. Alex survived while fighting. Alex has just stayed ahead of Alex, I presume. Any more battles going on further behind? Yes, there is quite a lot as well. We've got Wolves here, we've got Game Freaks, we've got Created the battle as well. As Jordy comes into pits to make his first pit stop. I think his second pit stop in fact, but someone has just made a mistake. No! That is Ryan Webb, who's just dropped it at turn 5. I've seen quite a few drivers doing that, and he's retired from the session. Oh dear, he's not happy. He made 2 mistakes in this race. He dropped it at the final corner, and he dropped it at this corner, turn 5. Most common places to do it, and it is rather frustrating when you do it as well. I feel bad for him, so I feel so sorry for him. So that's our second retirement of this race. Laggy Racer retired there, so did Ryan Webb. No. Fourth, they were like this before the pits. So Fourth was trying to undercut F1 champ on the medium tyres. Fourth pitted first. He came out in second place, and he was on his out lap to try and take F1 champ's position. But F1 champ had a brilliant in lap, and he stayed in front of F1 Fourth, sorry. But Fourth is closing in, 5/6 tenths. Definitely keeping it under 1 second, but F1 champ, if he keeps doing that, he will start losing start losing speed by going on the grass quite a lot if he keeps doing that. We'll stay on board with these two to see what happens. Is he close enough to try and make a move into turn 1? I don't think he will send it into turn 1, way too far back. And no, he doesn't. This straight is not long enough to do anything to come into turn 2. Look at that, we've got Live now on the back of Alex. So Alex on those 30 lap old mediums against Live now's 3 lap old hards. I meant medium hards for him as well. Oh, he's going to go around the outside of Alex. Easier said than done. Can he go down the inside? He will try to. Alex keeping the throttle in to stay ahead. of live now, which is exactly what he's done. And Patrick's just overtaken other Mercedes. He's up into the points position in 10th place. I've got a bit of a train going on with Kefman, Korean, Game Freaks, Patrick, and Wolvesy. The Garbs is further back in 12th place. Unfortunately for Chris, he's been lapped. I think he's definitely in the session. He's been lapped by Timmers. Jesus, that's how far back he is behind. But props to him for staying in this race. Other people would have left by now, being that far behind. And it's way too far on this occasion. It's too far back, and we've got yellows to set to 2, and that is Chris, who's spun there yet again. I don't know how he's not quitting yet, despite being so far back. And yet again, he's lost part of his front wing. Well, round 2 between Alex and Lyde now. This is his golden opportunity to try and overtake Alex. Yes, he is. Going around the outside into turn 1. Oh, Alex let's go of the brakes to stay ahead for the moment at least. Oh no, we've got more yellow flags to set to 2, and I presume... Oh, it's gone now. Oh. He's got over to... Oh, he's just hit the back of him and he's just sent him into a spin. No. Oh, the Toro Rosso's got involved as well. 3 cars crashing in one corner. There's more contact. There's more contact. And yeah, that sums up a pretty disastrous race. And look at that. The safety car has came out. Finally, we got a safety car. This is what other people needed. But Ryan Webb... Oh, he's out of this race, isn't he? Oh, dear. Ryan Webb should have stayed in this race because opportunities like that will appear as the top 2... Oh, Forth has pitted. Forth has pitted for Toro Rosso. Oh, he's going to go with the medium tyres. Toro Rosso have got their brain in gear and they're going on to a brand new set of mediums. Don't go on the softs, it's too... yeah, he's on the mediums. So Toro Rosso, keep an eye out for safety cars and opening their eyes. And Kepler's got a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. I believe he's caught up to the safety car. Yes, he has. He's caught up to him. So F1 Force will obviously catch. Sorry. I think it's too late to come into the pits to do anything about it. I could finally take a break from talking, and that's Chris unlapping himself. Alfa Romeo is leading this race. F1 did a brilliant strategy to pit on the safety car, but the thing is though, when the safety car was deployed, was F1 Champ already going through the final corner? They were at the final corner when I spectated them, but was he already past the pit lane? Fourth wasn't, he obviously pitted, but if that's the case, then I really do feel sorry, but I don't think it's too bad, you know. His hard tyres are not too old, only 4 laps old, so I don't think it's too bad for him. But for people like Forth on a brand new set of medium tyres, it should be a little bit easier for him now. F1 Champ will feel the pressure of Forth soon after the safety car restart, so just try and keep him behind him as much as he can. Look at that, everybody's pitted. Not everybody, but quite the majority of the field is pitted except F1 Champ. Alex is back up into 4th place on 1 lap old medium tyres, so he's just pitted on the safety car. This is going to really oh, Alex is back in position. He was hoping for a safety car. Remember what I said at the start of the race? He was hoping for a safety car at the right time, at the right moment, at the right... Oh, I can't even speak. He was hoping for a safety car. And the safety car has came out at the right time for him. And he's back in position in 4th place on a brand new set of mediums, which can go to the end. Everybody else behind him on the medium tyres, they will go to the end. The last man to pit is Geordie. There he is, into the pit lane he goes. Look at that, 6th place has not caught up to the safety car yet. So the top 5 have caught up to the safety car. So how far back some people are behind. Predictions then, who's going to win this race? Will it be F1 champ, F1 fourth, or could it be Houseman or someone else? You never know, do you? Imagine if those two make contact, F1 champ and F1 fourth, then Houseman takes it. We never know, will we? Until the end of the race. I'm intrigued to know what's going to happen at the end of this race. F1 champ has to do a lot of defending at the restart, being on those hard tyres. Apologies if I get the tyre strategies wrong. I keep calling them by their old names because I was watching the 2016 GP. That's why I keep calling their hard tyres the mediums, so apologies about that one. I'm not confused, it's just that I was watching an old race and they were called the super soft, soft and mediums. Landau's overtaken Patrick, how's that happened? Just waiting for everybody to catch the pack. Has Chris unlapped himself as well? Chris, where is he? Oh, he's retired. Chris is retired. I did see him unlap himself and now he's got out of the session for some reason. I don't know what's happened to him, so he's retired somewhere on this track. Next week we will have a co-coms, and that will be Yogurt. Amazing league racer and commentator is Yogurt, and he's a organisation leader as well. Next week we'll have a special Dutchman in the commentary box. Oh, safety car's coming in. I didn't see that. I was going to read the comments. So safety car's coming in, and Chris left the session, and we'll find out when they're released. Off they go then for the safety car restart. Look at that, F1 champ is under pressure from F1 4. They go side by side and they go into turn 1. F1 champ has to defend as much as he can on those hard tyres. Is he ahead? Is he ahead? Yes, he's ahead. No. Yes, F1 4 is ahead. He's in the first place. That's worked out beautifully for him. Look at the Haas trying to go down the inside. The Mercedes from Alex going to run the outside. Sorry, I was eating something. As Life now stays ahead of Alex. So Alex has just dropped one place. We're half that now. He started in last place to the Haas driver. Right, Houseman on the podium. Let's see if he can stay there. Meanwhile, the two will start fighting. Let's see if he can get second place, Houseman. Oh, that Mercedes just spun. That was Alex. He's dropped down into 14th place, 12th place, sorry. There he is. Spun at the exit of turn 7. That's where Lewis Hamilton went off in 2015, do you remember? And look at Kevin picking up a bit of grass. I thought he was going to go off in turn 14. What's going on at the front? Look at Ford. He's pulled out an amazing gap over F1 champ. What he needs at the start of this GP to keep out of slipstream and the most crucial part of the DRS zone. And Houseman will start to put pressure on F1 champ. F1 champ done nothing wrong. He crossed the pit lane when the safety car came out. He didn't have a chance to pit. And that's why he's stuck on those hard tyres. Oh, look at that. Close between the Garbs and Game Freaks as they fight for 8th place. Wojtinho versus Geordie as Wojtinho stays ahead of Geordie. Geordie raced on the wheel. Kevin out of the pits. Did he make contact with someone? I didn't see any carbon fibre on the track, so he's rejoined down in last place, unfortunately for him. Oh yeah, fourth has a penalty. I did not. Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? I do remember now. I forgot earlier on, but thanks for reminding me. Fourth does have a penalty. He's pulled out a 2.4 second gap, and he needs to build up a over 3 second gap to maintain first place. Unless anyone else gets any penalties, he needs to start pulling a gap. I don't know if F1 Champ's got any, but I'm not gonna check it to spoil it. But we definitely know Fourth has got one, so he's gonna have to pull out a gap. And Kefman had the drive-through. I was wondering because it says 4-lap old tyres. He just came out of the pits. Oh yes, he did have a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. I remember now. No DRS on this part of the straight. It's just been activated, but it'll be activated this lap or next lap, shall I say. The Garbs overtaking Kyle for 7th place. Looks like a simple move, and he's up into 7th place in the racing point. So fourth, 2.7 second gap over F1 Champ. But look who's right behind him, which is Houseman. Houseman could possibly win this race. I don't think he's got any penalties so far, so keep it nice and clean. But when now this DRS is now activated, he needs to start overtaking F1 Champ. If he knows he's got a penalty or not, I don't know. It's been a really interesting race. To look at that, 3.2 second gap over F1 Champ. And I can see in the mirror live now right behind him as I've got a Housemen have no pens. It says F1 Champs has left the session, so this is going to be 100 times easier than the husband would have thought. Why did he leave the session? Was it because of lag? Oh yeah, it could possibly be a bit of lag, because remember at the start of the session he was lagging out and in. That's why he only set one qualifier lap time, which was the very end of the session. So that's an easy move for Houseman, and now he has to reduce the gap because he's got no penalties, and he has to hunt down F1 Fourth and put him under pressure. As live now, if he gets a podium, he will be my driver of the day, because he started in last place. He had a shocking qualifying session, and now he's up into third place. He could be my driver of the day, you know. It's from 18th on the grid, struggled in qualifying quite a lot, and now he's up into third place. So he's going to be my driver of the day if he can stay there. Be one happy man towards the end of the race if he can stay there. Just keep it nice and clean, try and get no penalties, and we'll find out how long it will take for F1 Champ to get back in the session. Rather about now for his sake, because look at that, they've got Patrick and Wolvesy right behind them. So F1 Champ needs to rejoin the session as quick as possible, and hopefully these lag issues don't affect him later on in this race. Talk about closing the gap down. Look at how much he closed the gap down to F1 Fourth. It was 3.6, now it's 3.0. Needs to keep reducing the gap as F1 Champ's been overtaken again, as Alex picks up a time penalty. Oh, something in the background's going on, which is Patrick versus Wolvesy. Oh, he hits the back of him. He touches the back of him, not really hits, but at least he's got no full wind damage, and at least they do go off the track with each other. Whether it's just misunderstanding, I don't know, but this one is a bit harsh because Gary Feature just pushed off Timmins off the track into turn 1. Oh, what's happened to Alex? And his yellow flag's set to 1. And thankfully that's nobody. The gap's got up to 3.6 now. Fourth has pulled out a half-second gap in a space of one sector as F1 Champ is losing out, but someone's made a mistake somewhere. Was that Wolvesy, I wonder? Yeah, I think it was Wolvesy then. Look at that, I really do feel sorry for F1 Champ. Done nothing wrong whatsoever. He has no invite. I can't invite him. Yeah, look at that, I can't invite him. If I had the chance to invite him, do you know what? Tell him to join this party and I'll invite him, because I can invite him to the game thing. I'm sorry, but I just can't invite him. Race director, quit to main menu. I have no power to invite anybody to the session. He's done nothing wrong whatsoever, has F1 Champ. He's done a fantastic job in this race. Really pleased with his racing, especially when he was under pressure in qualifying, because he only had 1 lap time in the bag because he lagged in and out in the qualifying session. So he's done absolutely amazing to keep his head in qualifying and do that lap time, which put him up to 3rd place. He led some of this race. He got caught out by the safety car. Laggy Racer will do it. Thank you to Laggy Racer for doing it. I didn't even know he was still in the session. As Fast keeps pulling that gap, look at it. Oh no, yellow flags are set to 1. Who's that? Oh, Gavy's going to lose it. And he keeps it as F1 champs rejoin the session. But I don't think the yellow flags were for him though. They were for somebody else. So we're trying to figure out who the yellow flags were, because nothing happened when the yellow flags came out until he made that little error. So I wonder who it was who caused them yellow flags. Look at Alex all over the back of Moitinho. Look at his EMS. Oh, we just hit the back of him. Oh, look at that. Jordy's gone off the track. And they both gained a position off, and Jordy just hit the wall as well. Oh, it's going from bad to worse for Jordy. But Alex just needs to be careful of his driving style here. He's way too aggressive in the corners. I know he's got better tyres, but still, he needs to be more aware what other drivers are doing. But Moitinho has DRS on the back of Alex. This could be the easy overtake. Look at that. Oh! Oh! Yeah, come on Alex, I thought you were better than that, man. Alex, what? Oh, that's an Alfa Romeo who's just gone off the track. That's F1 champ. F1 champ has spun it through turn 1. And look at Alex's defending. This is too much for me. There is F1 champ. And you know what, I really do feel sorry for him. Doesn't deserve that whatsoever. But Alex, man, just needs to keep his head. Needs to calm down a little bit. Like you say, is recording all the incidents. Well, I've just caught a few incidents on the stream, so hopefully that will help as well. But Alex, man, that was such delayed defending. I know there's a Max Verstappen fan in the comment section. I'm a Verstappen fan too, but things like that will be dangerous, because if you move when the other car moves, could be an aeroplane accident. Just smash right back into them. But the overspeed he had on him. Right, yellow flags are set to 2, and that is Jordy again. He's definitely struggling on that wheel. Let's not forget to mention that Live Now still in the back of Houseman. I want to see what's going on further behind as well. Alex versus Kyle. So I think the battle's done between himself and Moitinho, because Moitinho will have massive understeer and a lack of downforce will have. But look at Alex. Will he go down the inside? No, he doesn't. F1 champs pitted to go for the fastest lap and a brand new front wing change as well. We've got nothing to lose now in this race, so all he can go for is the fastest lap of the race. Should be up there in 2nd and 3rd, but unfortunately the lag has its issues and it took him out. Remember in 2016 when Verstappen moved late, when Raikkonen pulled to the right, they both went right together, and Raikkonen's reaction times managed them not to crash into each other. That's what I'm talking about, if you remember that race in 2016. Nothing wrong with Verstappen. It's just he's good now. He's calmed down in racing. Live Now will take a position on the other Dutchman in the Red Bull, 2nd place. And he's got this one done. 2nd, 18th to 2nd. Well done, Live Now. Really impressed with you. Fantastic racing. But this race needs to end soon, because I've got a league race at 8 o'clock. So hopefully it'll be done by then. Verstappen's always been a fantastic driver. Alex has gone down the inside of Kyle. Hopefully it was clean this time, and it looks like it was. But Moitinho, will he fancy his chances on Kyle? He can't do it. Trust me, along with Charles Leclerc, oh look at that, they don't want to go side by side. They don't. Moitinho is ahead. Along with Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, George Russell, and all them, they will be future world champions for sure. Sergio Perez will always be a midfielder. He's always been a good midfielder. The top car he's been in, the top team is McLaren, but McLaren underperformed in 2013. They went to Force India in 2014 and scored a podium for the third race there. In Bahrain, Perez has always been a good driver, but he's always been in midfield, if that makes sense. In a midfield car like Racing Point, Sauber. Brazil 2016, yep, everybody remembers that one. I've always liked Verstappen and his racing. He's a good person. I like his personality too. He's got a really good personality. Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Albon, Norris, Hamilton, Bottas. Be a good race in the future. As F1 champ, as you expect to set the fastest lap of the race on those soft tyres. The battle for second is not over yet because Houseman is still in the DRS range of live now. Let's see what he could do to the remaining close of this race. Coming to a close in this race in 2 laps time. Got different battles going on in different parts of the track. We've got Mercedes versus the Racing Point. The Masterclass. This is a place where you don't normally overtake people, but he's going to try it anyway. On the penultimate corner, now coming to the final corner. The long right-hander. That's tight through there, but he's going to go for it. Look at that. Look at the slipstream he'll have now on the Garbs. The Garbs defended the inside line. And... oh, hello, how are you? Not too bad, thanks. How's it going? Oh, they both made contact and one of them's on the grass. Yeah, so... yeah, I am racing tonight, mate. Nice. Yo, so you just... I'll be joining the session in 10 minutes time when this race is done, yeah? Yeah, I'm commentating... yeah, I'm definitely making it, mate, don't worry. He's got 2 laps to go. I've got... what's it called? Yeah, I can't think now. I'm in a race right now. Not in a race, I'm commentating for a race, and it's going to be over in 2 laps time, so I'll be there. What car are you in tonight? Nice one. I was in that car yesterday. That wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago. We've got a last lap battle for second place, Stinson. Guess who it is? A Dutchman in the Red Bull. Fighting for second place. That's probably his last opportunity to try and overtake him. Unless he get a decent exit coming out of turn 1. Looks like Live now has this covered. Will he try and make a dive bomb? His last resort, but he can't do it. And Live now will stay ahead. Unless he will make any mistakes. He should be finishing in second place, but someone's just spun on the straight. That is Game Freaks. I don't have no idea how he's done that whatsoever on the straight. How has he done that? On the last lap, he was in the points. Now he's dropped out. How on earth has he done that? He spun on a straight. I don't know if he was fighting anybody or not. And there's more yellow flags, I presume. That's Geordie! Again! He did that in qualifying. And Geordie's miserable race will be coming to an end soon because it's the last lap. I don't think nothing will happen. No, too far back. So, this man, first league race in FRL, if I think. His debut in FRL, and he comes around the final corner and he wins round 15 of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Live now will come across the line to finish in second place. Houseman will finish in first. Houseman's got it. He's won this race in Hungary. Fourth, his penalties was too much. Houseman wins the race just by 500ths. Patrick will finish in 4th ahead of De Garbs. Wolsey in 6th. 7th, sorry, because of his penalties. Timothy's 6th. Crean in 8th. Alex in 9th. Moitinho in 10th. 9th. Carroll in 11th. Game Freaks will finish in 12th place. Could have been in the points if he didn't make that mistake. F1 champ, condolences for him, as he will finish in 13th place. Kevin 14th, the Smoking Bandit, and Geordie 15th and 16th. He did it! My guy did it! My guy finished in 1st place. just in first place. Fourth has left the session in rage probably. No, he hasn't. He's got a league race. Well done to Hausberg. Congratulations, Hudi Kadan. Congratulations, Hausberg, for finishing first place. Good job. Can't believe you won this race. And live now will be my driver of the day because he started at 18th place, finished up in second. Hausberg got no penalties. Fourth had 6 second time penalties. Patrick will finish in fourth. Patrick is in fourth ahead of the Garbs. Timmins in sixth. Wolvesy in seventh. Crean in eighth. Wojciech in ninth. Alex in 10th ahead of Kyle. Gayfreaks in 12th ahead of F1 champ. Kefman in 14th. Bandit in 15th. We didn't see much of him. He left the race. In the middle of it, Geordie in 16th. Chris, and there's your retirement 17th downwards. That is it. Hausman wins this race unexpectedly. I didn't expect that whatsoever. I didn't realise fourth picked up another time penalty. So Red Bull winning the Hungarian GP. The Dutchman in the Red Bull has finished first. Verstappen should have done that in 2019, but Hamilton's better tyres got him at the end. And that's the race done then. Interesting race of the Hungarian GP, plenty of action, and I have to go now to my other league race. So thank you so much for the viewers coming in. Eurogames, been a pleasure again, as always. So we'll see you later. See you next week at 6:30. The race is done.